Okay, I got this. I found an image of a log cabin, and it wasn't a horrible day. I'm not going to say that because it wasn't horrible, but I missed coming home painting all the same. So hopefully, Mr. Brandon drops off that computer, or I find one on a sale. One of the two. I figure why not? I wanted to do this log cabin. And I always do my stuff while I'm blogging. And bloggers, I figured why not? Just blog out. I blog what I'm doing. And I'm trying to teach myself to paint at this moment in my life, so I'm blogging that. Why not? Who says you can't blog yourself if you have nothing else to blog? So this is what I'm over here doing. Since I'm a blogger, I'm going to blog. Alright. Alright. It's not too bad, this setup. I get to see my little picture from over there, and it's not bad. It could be much worse for me in the world. So, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to practice trying to get these lines perfect. Alright. And it goes back, so... Okay. And then this comes up a little. I gotta get the shape of all this. Because I want to put a Christmas wreath or something nice that represents like a nice Christmas house. Okay, I'm gonna go a different way with this. Just go like that. This is on a mountain or something. This little house. I'm gonna own it and make it mine, as they say. Okay, go down this way. Over this way. It's a tiny cabin. Yeah, that's where that cabin's there. This way. And then it goes up. This way. Okay. This roof comes over here. Just try and get a rough design of this. Sometimes those how-to tutorials drive me insane. Okay. I don't know, this might be Santa's village house. Who knows? We'll see where this goes. Alright. I'm sure this isn't going to be an awful depiction of that, but I'll make it into a Christmas decoration. This will just be Santa's workshop or some crazy stuff like that. That's what it'll be. Alright, I got this. Alright, then it's this way, the back way. Everything's like geometrical. But I'm here for tarot card readings. I'm just practicing my sketching. It looks really kind of backwards. I'm trying to get all the lines for this log cabinet. And I figured I might as well kill two birds in one stone. Because I still got these two if you guys want a reading. Alright, there's a door here. We'll see if I can be a decent artist one day and get this book cover done. That would be really wonderful. I'm not looking to be the best artist, just enough for a book cover. And I don't want the most, I guess, extravagant stuff on my book. I just want a raven and a storm. That's it. If I can learn to draw these ravens, I will be excited. I'm going to make a small window there. And then, I mean, it's not going to be as good as this sketch, but they save me about a year away from this. So, you guys are stuck with cartoon characters until then. Oh, hello. How are you? I was nurse at work, and apparently I'm a nurse at home. The husband's sick. I gave him all his little medication, and I was dying to do a painting and some tarot card readings. And I'm not trying to exclude anybody from any readings, just so you know. As long as you throw it in the comments on any of my reels, it seems to always show up. And my YouTube creator thingy, Majiggy. And it lets me know all this information all the time. So I do get the information, and I'm not the most popular over here, so I get it right away, and it's not like I got a lot of comments and you gotta wait to see if I'm gonna respond or not. I am literally I'm just literally a small guy over here, so I will get your comments right away. And I'm okay being small. I feel to be super famous at one time, you kind of have to, I guess, be able to be in front of lots of people. And that really is a scary thing. I'm shading in some of these windows. For me, it's scary. I have no clue what I would do in front of thousands of people. I just got used to the camera. And I give them a lot of credit. They look very confident up there. And they're smiling with all their fancy, nice outfits, and they got cameramen. This is something I don't have. I would have to coordinate. All my cameramen are in the nursing home working. So I would have to find a cameraman that's not at the nursing home working at this point. And it is very scary, I guess, thinking of all that stuff. Yeah, I am. I'm just sketching my thing because, like I was telling my two people I think that are listening, that I'm not that popular around here. So sometimes you gotta have things to do. And you guys are always busy on YouTube doing these great things. I literally go to work and come home, and this is my life. And I try to find something. And my friends tell me I'm halfway decent at this. at this drawing business. I'm trying to keep up because me and my friends, we got a main hub over there. Me and my friends from my nursing home, and I got my own group, and I stay over there because of our little group. So, hey, now I gotta somehow make this thing look like a roof. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just over here I'm trying to actually be able to do cover art for the book that I wrote. And it took me 5 years, and I got a decent job that I go to. I mean, my job's not going to let me leave unless I make money on YouTube enough to leave there. And this has not happened, so it is what it is. I mean, I've been there a long time, so. But my main goal, when I started over here, was to get a forum so when I did get my book out, somebody would know my name. Because it's sad when nobody knows your name. It really is. It's a sad existence. So I figured I'd just start over on Facebook, and it is a writers. People, they do like writers and they love dogs. So, and you guys are really cool over here. I like you guys too. I mean, and at first I was very intimidated by you guys. You guys are you got things going on. You got all this interesting stuff. I just write, and I'm trying to figure out how to draw ravens. This is what I do. I mean, at first I didn't know if I even wanted to be over here, which was crazy because I didn't know what to expect. So, okay, well there's somebody here. Yeah, I'm doing cards if you want. I can't tell you how people are feeling and their innermost private stuff. I can't do that because there's universal laws against this kind of thing. This really has nothing to do with me. And this is the God's honest truth. I could give you like where the energy is and stuff, but I specifically just can't tell you things because that's the mystery of life. It really is. Alright, I'm gonna maybe try to make this into Santa's workshop somehow. But this isn't horrible. This whole shading in business. I've been researching this. I got nothing else better to do with my days sometimes. But the more you shade things out, the better they get. See, I was just doing a basic thing with lines, now I got that so far. These pastel things over here, been my best friend. They really have. Oh, hi, how are you doing? I wanted to make a log cabin, but this is what happens. So, I gotta practice shading. A lot of shading. I'm shading in a little cloud coming out of here. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna make this chimney a little more defined. Yeah, the more you shade these out, like if you're trying to do a little thing, the better they look. They really do. I'm gonna make this in the Santa's workshop. And I figure I could start maybe figuring out little stuff. I don't know, I might as well just keep with that one I had. Which one did I have? I think it was this one. Alright, we're just gonna go back with this one. I'm gonna sketch it kind of like it would be there. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta do something for you guys. I mean, everybody has these little hidden talents, so. And my voyage to try to make my life better so I could do my own cover art. I mean, I used to be pretty good at tarot readings when I really thought about it when I was younger. My mom was more into it than me. Way more into it. Her and her friend could tell you all this when your planets were in line, but I once decided to go to school. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind. You guys are pretty cool. So, I don't mind doing that. I think I'm going to leave it all in this little sketch here and just put Santa's workshop. And then I'll do the paints, but this would work out well. This piece is the Santa workshop. Kind of like Disney, when you go to Disney and they have like the sketch art and then they use it. Alright, I'm going to put North Pole right here. Someone will want this. I mean, it didn't come out like a cabin. Alright, just do like just a really little small sketch. Here we go. See, it's that shading. When that shading happens, it ends up pretty damn nice. And it was looking pretty sad, I'm not gonna lie. It looked sad as hell before until I fixed it up. But yeah, I mean, it's not quite Raven quality, but you know it's gonna be someone's Christmas present because at this point I gotta save up for a computer. And that's where my money needs to be. What should I expect within the next 48 hours? Or does it have to be a yes or more format? I do more pathway and see. Oh, hi, Esther. I do more of an energy pathway reading. I mean, if you're worried about like some event happening in there and can follow the energy. So, but I could do that. Like, if you're worried about some kind of event that's going on, because you never know what you're going to expect because it depends on what energy you allow around you. This is what happens. And I don't allow bad energy around me for these reasons. If you literally don't associate yourself around bad energy and you try to like ward it away, you never have to worry about what's going on in 48 hours. You just know what you need to do, what you need to cleanse. Whatever comes through, yeah. I'm just giving you advice. I'm not trying to dictate nothing, but that's what I do is I ward away bad things every day. I'm not walking into my day looking like just letting everything get to me. Because you start doing stuff like that, you stress yourself out. And then I can tell you. So, you don't want that. Alright, in 48 hours, you have that your energy's in a full moon Aquarius. And this is just a card that you have to come out of your inner shell. There's an event happen that you need to, I guess, be who you want to be. And don't care what other people say. Because people are judgy out there. They really are. You can't be worrying about other people. But anyways, in 48 hours you also have a new moon in Pisces and a waxing crescent moon also. And the new moon in Pisces just pretty much tells you to meditate your situation and think about it, contemplate, maybe manifest whatever kind of energy you want around your situation. Then you got a wax crescent moon, and this is just talks about faith. So whatever you got going on, I would start getting I'd get me a clear crystal. I'd get me a quartz. And I would start manifesting and trying to take away any kind of bad people that's going to take away some kind of destiny for you. I feel you surrounded by not so positive people sometimes. For whatever that means. Alright. Alright, and that's what I got, Erica. Yeah. Sanja? Yeah. You want to know? Okay, Herman. It's still about this human. This Herman, I mean. Herman's feelings for me. She is my ex-girlfriend. Oh, you're welcome, Erica. It sounded confusing to me, but I don't know. Maybe you know what that means more than me. Some things, are meant for you to know, and not everyone, but alright. I can see the pathway in with this ex-girlfriend, but I think you've been on here with her again. She hasn't talked to you? Because I swear it's been like a month. And that's a long time to not talk to somebody if they love you or have feelings or anything. It really is. But anyways, your feelings about Herman is in a full moon in Gemini, and that just talks about answers. And this is with a full moon in Capricorn, it's surrounded, and a full moon in Cancer. And the full moon in Capricorn means you had a really rough cycle. And it ended. And obviously it ended with a breakup. And then you got a full moon in Cancer, and this just talks about personal issues. I feel your ex doesn't trust you. That's what I'm picking up. And that's not good when someone doesn't trust you. So I would be careful with it. Because, I don't know. Oh, you're not in contact? Well, then that makes a lot of sense. Alright, I could do a love reading for you. Did that help a little bit, that oil?
Oh no, I'm puking right now. So.
Alright, well, that's why I gave you that weed oil. At least that'll absorb. And it should give you an appetite and take away that nausea. I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse at home and a nurse here, but I could give you some weed oil, not like the hospital. But we could see music hub. What's next?
Fuck.
You got.
Ugh.
Do you need help?
Ugh.
I could have got that for you.
Better wife won't.
Okay. Well, you're over here shivering. I could have got it for you. You look like crap.
Yeah, no, this is my friend.
Well, this is why I told you I would be here if you needed to get something. You're shivering coming out of the room. You got cold sweats. Anyways, do I got to write music lab? Okay. All right. I'll do just a love path reading for you, Music Hub. You got a new moon in Gemini, and it talks about communication. So that's good. So, if you meet somebody, at least everything's gonna go through, and not have all this craziness that just cause you to come apart. And you got a new moon in Scorpio, which just talks about fears. You just don't want to get involved right now because you don't want to put your feelings out there and have just things happen. And I get it. I do get it. And you got a new moon in Sagittarius also, which is talks about luck. So I feel it's going to be somebody music related that somehow your paths just cross on their own for some reason. I feel it's going to be something like that. I feel it's going to be somebody else with your craft that does the same thing. And you guys are going to get each other because you're kind of going through similar circumstances. That's what I pick up for you. I don't know if it's going to be a singer. I'm thinking possibly somebody. To me, I see them. I don't see the face. I just see a blurred image of somebody singing that looks pretty, like their hair is nice. I see nice hair, but I can't see the face. But I'm thinking she's a rapper or a singer, one of the two, possibly. All right, well, it's somebody that sings. I'm just seeing a singer. I mean, it could be someone that likes to sing. Maybe it's a church choir person. I just see someone singing with nice looking hair. There's a lot of people that sing good. Not me, my friend, but there's people. All right. Well, I hope you meet this singer lady. I mean, it could be just someone that sings in a choir. I mean, to me, everybody's popular and wonderful because I'm just the happy painter that gets annoyed by people and patience. And I come over here not to have to deal with patience, but then the husband's sick, so I don't know. I guess I don't get away from sick people no matter what. The sick people huddle around me and say, "Oh, we don't feel good. Could you do this? Could you do this? Can you do that?" And then they ask you to do things, and then they'd ask you, your boss sits there and asks you sometimes, "Can you stay over? So and so sick." My whole life revolves around never getting out places because people are sick all the time. You guys aren't sick. That's the wonderful part about it. And I can paint. I can yap about other stuff. And I don't got to worry about a full code and this and that and the other. I'm just kind of over it. I know that sounds horrible, but I am over it for real. I was told I went to school for interior design. My husband literally said that to do interior design, you have to practice sketching, and this is a process. I did not know. All I know is I'm a cheap ass and I wasn't paying somebody $400 to draw me a really nice picture. I wasn't doing it. I couldn't. And it's not bad for a first time, but I'm I'm feeling that the Raven would just be very badass. But maybe just the Raven wasn't meant to wasn't meant to come yet. I do need to order more acrylic paints. I can see why a lot of doctors paint. They really do. It is very relaxing. But I've spent a lot of my life on this book. And I feel that this would be a great opportunity before I die, because if I am going to be reborn again another life, I would like to know that I possibly in my other life, once I die, am reading the book that I wrote in this lifetime. And I know it sounds crazy, but these are the these are the things I think about. All right, let's see here. All right, it's not bad. A little color overlay. See when you put the overlays, it gets. I just am doing a white overlay of that to show like sketch paint. All right. Yeah, I could do a path reading about that. And will Carla reach out to me? Carlo. I can see on his energy reading, but I can't for sure tell you one way or another because of the free will. We always have free will. You can, everybody could say, oh, she's never going to say no, blah, blah, blah. And then they just go and blah, they say no. I mean, it's a life thing here. But, and this is, you guys can always put anything in the comments too if I'm working. All right, Jessica 004. All right. Yeah, just put in the comments, and I go old school, and I'll type you a paragraph. Especially if I work weekends. I work usually 12-hour shifts on the weekends. I don't have to stay 12 for 12 hours on Friday, and I just absolutely, I had a sick husband and everything, but if I'm on one of my workathons for a couple days, I have no problem if you leave me a question and I just do the reading and type it out for you. And it's the same thing. I'm very good at writing, so I make it all nice. All right, Jessica 004, you got a full moon in Virgo. And this signifies that you have a low self-esteem. And it's kind of a weakness in a strong relationship. Because sometimes if you're insecure, and I only know this from psychology, it leads to where you would like accuse people of cheating and this and that, and you're always kind of putting pressure on a relationship. This is why sometimes they want you to kind of get more self-confidence and learn about yourself and find someone that's going to be a partner, not just your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You want that partner relationship. And you also got a new moon in Aquarius, which Aquarius just talks about love. And it's saying you need to bring love to your inner self. And you also got a new moon A new moon does signify someone that's going to be sent out. But the thing is when energy for a new love cycle goes through, sometimes it'll skip you completely if you haven't done the inner work. They want you to let go of past stuff that's in things like that, and maybe just learn to love yourself more, and then the new guy will have a better chance. So that's what I got on that one. Alright. Alright, well, Carlo reached out to me, and this is Fatima. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, we all work on ourselves all the time. Alright. This is on Carlo Fatima. You and Carlo in the love path are a new moon of Cancer. This is just a safety card. And generally, it just means like safe departures or something. And you have a full moon in Cancer, it surrounds, and the full moon in Cancer generally talks about personal issues. So you got personal issues, you're safe, and you got a full moon in Capricorn. If he does contact you or anything, the dynamic of your relationship kind of shifted. There's not hatred, but it's not like it was. So I would be careful with it. And if he does contact you, it might not be this contact that you want, because there's just a whole lot of mistrust with this Carlo. So I would just veer and just be, I guess, prepared. It's always good to be prepared for these things. It really is. So, alright, well, I get more than 97% in G. Alright, so you want to know the energy on this test. I'm getting into that. It sounds exciting. Oh, you're welcome, Fatima. Yeah, that does sound exciting. You're really doing things with your life. Yeah, let me see the energy on this reading. I mean, it seems like you're working hard and doing the work. It's nice that people are out there doing stuff like that. It's a good feeling. Alright. Okay, it just says P. And this is Pajal. I'll just say P because I probably am mispronouncing your name horribly, and I apologize. But you got a new moon in Gemini with this exam, and it's a communication key. I feel that you gotta make sure that you get all the proper notes to study for, and make sure you have all your details put together, because you don't want to not have the right room and maybe possibly miss the testing day. I've been to college myself, and it's easy to get rooms mixed up. So I'm getting that for the energy path. Just about communication is the main thing, which is good. And then that's surrounded by a waxing crescent moon. And this is faith in your dreams, which is good. And you got a north node. And this just talks about like anxiety and discomfort, which you're anxious. I get it. So I would honestly, the waxing crescent moon's telling me that you put in a lot of hard work, even though people didn't think you were going to make it. So, and the North Node just says, to kind of let yourself go. I would honestly maybe just pray or manifest and keep going and make sure you have everything written down where you need to go in every detail. But I think you're going to be fine. I really do. I don't know if you'll be absolutely number one, but I think you're going to be good. Alright, so is there any chances? Yeah, I picked up there's a chance, but there's going to be a communication. There's going to be something going on with communication. Somebody has to know something, or there's going to be a mix up I'm picking up. Just write down everything that's important for you go in there and get names. Just say, Mary told me to get this test. Relax, study your notes, and I think you'll be fine. And if you have to, just manifest it and just get away your worries. How I used to study in college is I would have on my tape recorder because it was like years ago, but I'd be playing that as I was doing other stuff. Chong, what are you getting at? What are you doing? Let me see what my dog is doing. Char, you're really trying to eat ibuprofen? Chong, stop it, Chong. Literally almost ate an ibuprofen. Okay. My dog's trying to eat ibuprofens over here. Oh, you're welcome. Alright, I'm going back to my little happy painting here until more people come in. Alright. 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 I'm just taking the white paint and I'm mixing this in. I'm doing like the borders here. So I want it to have a little painting style to it, but I want it to look rustic all at the same time. So that's why I'm doing all of this here. Alright, so this is very nice. I want to lighten it up a little since it is the North Pole. And you take the white, and if you have enough of the chalk on here, it mixes in, just like it's making a nice lavender. I'm just putting it in this way, and I feel it just gives a nicer look. And then, and all these details are nice. Details are everything in the world. Alright. Put some white paint in here. I want to make this painting style even though it's sketched. Because I do like my paints. I like them a lot. I think I'll have better luck sketching a raven before actually doing it with paint. I have a feeling this is where this is going with me. Alright, now I'm just moving this way. Alright. I'm trying to get all of my big borders here. Alright. This worked out good because I really needed lavender. I'm going to probably get more of this white paint, especially when I deal with my little chalk. Alright. And some of that I'm just keeping like this. Like this. It's a big sign. We're at the North Pole, so why not? It's a happy time. You're at the North Pole and presents are being made. I really wish it was that way. It's kind of disappointing that the store does it. It's the worst. I don't know. I just kind of didn't even want presents when I found out that Santa wasn't the one that was actually making them. When I found out the store was, I wanted to know if my mom was saving her money. I think it bothered me more that the store was involved. When I thought it was this whole Santa business, I was fine with it. And I swear, once I found out Santa was involved, that was it when I was younger. I just didn't even want anything after that. I couldn't see my poor parents going to the store all the time getting me a bunch of presents. Because you gotta save your money in life. I'm a saver. I probably save too much, honestly. Alright. Alright. Now, I got it to this point. Alright. Now to that point. I don't know if you guys can see it. But I'll take a picture at the end of this session too. I just be sketching over here. I'm trying I think I could probably sketch a raven at this point for my book. But to do it this way probably would take me a minute. I'd probably be better off with the chalk sketching, trying to do that at first. But I am doing these still. Go ahead and put your question in. I'm trying to practice for cover art for my book. So Alright, I'm going to probably accent a little. Yeah, some of these I'm going to make black, like the sign. I think I want to do that for this sign here. I got the full operation going here. Alright, this I'm definitely putting in black letters. And I'm just tracing it where the chalk was. That's all I do, and I use tiny brushes. Tiny. Don't use big brushes. Big brushes just give you a problem. Yeah, you can ask a question. I mean, I'm going to be doing this every day till I'm able to sketch a badass raven for my book cover. Because once this computer comes in, it's going to be go time at Amazon. Because my book is written. And I want to be able to at least do a raven with my chart markers, with the chalk stuff. I mean, like, like this stuff, the pastels. I think I will be able to do a raven that way. I need to get all the practice I can get in. Because I need a raven what's in the store. And I'm not paying people money for this. I refuse to do it. So I'm over here just practicing painting every day. And every day I get to be a better sketch artist. And then I was trying to focus on angels, but it got a little better. Maybe if I could do angel wings real good, I could do raven wings. But all has to be original when your book goes out. So you gotta I gotta do all of that myself. This is just little decorations I'm making and I'm giving away for Christmas presents. You could save a lot of money giving people arts and crafts for Christmas. If they appreciate you, they'll put it on their door. If they're waiting for your gift card, sometimes just because they take the gift card doesn't mean they really appreciate you. That's the thing. I have found that out over the years. I'm not going out. I'm not buying anybody nothing. I will give them a painting. And if they really like it and put it on the door, then I know they're my friend. Other than that, I'm over. And I'm saving me money. But I'm just putting workshop here. And let me do the O and P over here, and then I'll get to your reading. It's actually done pretty good, this painting. Alright. Okay. You know what? I have all these little tops. I'm going to go put this on a little top because I like that one. Okay. Alright. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying to do things. Yeah, you can ask a question. Just put it in. Alright. Does Marcus P. ever think about reaching out to me? I mean, I could do an energy in there. Well, me and Rashid reconcile. You guys have a I feel bad. You guys are having such a bad holiday with all this love going wild. But I guess it happens. My mother died the week before Christmas. Sometimes crazy things happen around the holidays. That's why it's the highest suicidal time. And it is true, people get depressed. And then that's what they do. Then they just off themselves. So, but it's hard to deal with the road. Yeah, it is hard to deal. That's why the suicide rate is so high. That's why I tell you guys to always try to do something fun and stuff with your life. Even if it's sitting up here painting. I mean, I got issues in my life, but it helps being up here and it helps painting. But this is my thing. So you guys might be singers, you might be bicyclists, you might be exercising people. I don't know. Whatever occupies you, from what I hear. We have to stay guarded. Yeah, I can see that. Alright. Okay, let me get your question. Alright, you want to know about this Marcus P. We'll just do your love path with Marcus P and then call it a day there. But yeah, holidays are rough. You know, we all got our things. You know, my son unfortunately decided that let a girl brainwash him. So this is what we deal with, and I paint. But it helps. Any kinds of anything that occupies you to not think about the negative helps. Anything. So for me, it's painting and writing. For someone else, it could be something else. So, but what was it? Oh, Erica. Okay. Okay, you and Marcus P are in a new moon in Capricorn, where it just talks about hard work paying off. You're in a path where you've been working on things and things are getting accomplished, but slowly. You gotta, this is also with a new moon in Leo and a new moon in Libra. A new moon in Leo is confidence, and it talks about you being confident so you can move on in life. Because confidence is something you need to move on. And you got a new moon in Libra, and this talks about a new romantic cycle. I think before the end, you're going to have Marcus and somebody else. I'm sensing a love triangle. And you know what? If you're in a love triangle, sometimes picking the new guy is better than going back to the old guy with the same problems. And I say this from experience. But like I said, you would just have to, I guess, just be who you are. But that's what I would do, the new guy. But that's just me. Oh, how nice. You're with everyone. Okay, you're welcome, Erica. Well, thank you, Lady J. I probably do need some damn help trying to be up here. There's so many rules that YouTube has. There's a whole lot of rules. They got a Bible of rules. Yeah, you could get one. Just let me put North Pole in here. It was supposed to be a log cabin, but you know what? It just turned into Santa's workshop. The log cabin went to hell in a handbasket. I guess the spirits just did not want this to be a full log cabin. It is technically was started to be a log cabin. And then I decided to make it to a Christmas decoration. This is where I'm at today. Things in my life start one way and go a total other. I have the sketching I put up there earlier, but I'm not putting a ton of paint, just a little bit. Just a little bit to let it pop out. Because I feel it has a lot of integrity, staying kind of like a sketch painting instead of actually turning into a full painting. I feel the potential in it. And I feel that there's a bunch of people that are going to want this as their present for their decoration. And it kind of turned out better than I thought it would be, but I think I'm actually done with this. I don't think I'm really going to mess with it much more. How you guys like it? It was supposed to be a log cabin. It just turned into this. I'm just leaving it that, and and I don't know, maybe I'll do a little reef. I'm thinking less is better. Just leave it just like a small building in the workshop. So I'm just leaving it there, and then I still have another sketch out painting to do here. You like it? Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a log cabin. It started out to be one, but I got the dimensions of it, but and it always ends up being something totally different. This is the story of my life. I started one way, I get another. But I like you in the stream, Lady Jade. You actually helped me a little. I don't. I'm not the most sociable person in the world. I don't be doing Zoom calls and all this other stuff. I write and I paint and I do off the wall little stuff all day long, and I work too much. This is what I do with my life, so. And I deal with the most annoying patients in the world. And they literally act like they hate me, but then I go to work and then they love me, so I don't know anymore. Well, this is where my life goes and begins. But your moon path reading for your love life is in a new moon in Capricorn also. I guess you've been trying to work on yourself so you can find someone. But don't be too excited because once you find this someone, then more work begins in your life. And you're surrounded by a new moon in Libra and a fixed moon. A new moon in Libra, it just talks about new romantic cycles. It could be with the same person. It could be with someone totally different, but you can have this different cycles with the same person 10 times. Every 7 years, we completely change as people. And your love reading is surrounded by a fixed moon also. And this talks about holding your visions and having faith in things of that sort. But I feel that I don't know. I just feel like you're gonna find out somebody has a crush on you that you did not expect to have a crush on you. It's gonna be some kind of just random meeting with somebody. I don't know. I just that's what I'm picking up on that. And maybe that's good. It's around the holidays. It's a happy time, and it might work out for you. Because I want you to be happy in the world. All right. Now we got. Oh, okay. Sagel or Sagal. Oh, hello. You've been on here before. All right. All right. Anubra Signa. All right. You want to know if you and Kashui or Kushi? Oh, you're welcome. We want to know if you guys are going to reconcile. I can show you the energy from that, but really that's kind of up to you. If if he's willing and you're willing to put up that kind of stuff, you know. If he's willing to reconcile enough for divorce or something, that's really on him. But and there's really nothing wrong with it. But I could do the love path reading, just the energy from it, but really that's totally up to him. I mean, it's sad when people separate, especially when you've been married and you're separated and things, but sometimes it's for the best, sometimes it's not. And sometimes bad brings good. Usually, if something really bad happens and something really good's going to happen, but the horrific thing happens first. Or the good thing happens. But you got a waxing crescent moon, and it talks about faith. And you got a new moon in Pisces that pretty much says you need to relax, meditate, and think about your life and stuff like that. And you got a full moon in Aquarius, and this just means show people who the real you is, the inside, the person you forgot about. Maybe before the kids, before marriage, the person that existed before love. Because these are the things that bring people together and keep them together. They think about the times before everything happened. Because, that's kind of how people are. I want to do more to this, but I think this is just fine. I don't know. Carol might like that one. I got people that fight over these at my work. You would think that being nurses and stuff, they would not be fighting over paintings, but they be fighting over paintings. Alright. Let's see here. What else am I going to look up? I've done a lot of Grinches. I'm so tired of Grinches. I might do another angel. Maybe with a heart. I do have a lot of religious friends. Which is crazy for me being, not. I mean, I am Catholic, but I wouldn't say a practicing Catholic. And I do have a lot of my friends. I think we vibe and get along because I do know a lot about Catholic. So, ouch. Ooh, my arm hurts. When you lift people, it really hurts your arms sometimes. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, that's why I'm here. But I follow YouTube rules, so you got to be doing unique things. You can't have a stream within a stream. There's a whole Bible of rules over here. And I don't give up. They got mad at me because I didn't have altered content. And I'm a dog channel. And somehow it got shut down for an hour and then got brought back. So I'm trying to just stay over here and follow the rules, and they don't mind when I'm yapping and doing my arts and crafts, so that this is where we're at until I can start doing other things. Because I'm going to wait till my big check comes and show you guys how to do perfume and stuff. I'm a perfumer. I know how to make vape juice, make perfume. I'm just waiting for a fat check to come, and then I'm going to start painting Christmas ornaments. Next week that comes in. So Because my friends were talking about how they would that would be nice, and I said, yeah. I mean, I half live at work, so I just said I'll just order in some ornaments. I'm gonna put people's names on them. We're like little kids at work. But yeah, I answered your question. This is what I just do on my spare time. Okay, I'm going to get another angel sketch image here. Everybody loves the angels. They do, their feathers are hard to do. Alright. How is Nico's feeling for me? Do I see the Capricorn reaching out? I mean, I don't know. Let me check. I mean, I could do your love reading where it's at now. These things change. Love's very chaotic. Love's hard to see because love is the most chaotic thing on this earth. And I do mean chaos. Most people that love each other will end up having a lot of you. There's crimes that are just because people love each other so much, one ends up getting murdered. It's such a strong emotion. Such a strong emotion. Sometimes when I pick up on love and I'm walking past, it feels like somebody punched me in the stomach. It's not always the happiest feeling to have. Empath is this whole love business because it is very chaotic. It has every characteristic of every emotion all in one. But we'll do a current one on your ex. Alright, your love path with this ex. You got a new moon in Taurus. And this just talks about prosperity. So they're saying that right now you have prosperity in money and opportunities ahead, which is good. And then you got a full moon in Sagittarius. And that just talks to you about not looking at, don't look at the glass like half filled. Look at it, just because it's not filled, it will be. And you got a fixed moon. I feel he's being kept away for a reason. I feel dishonesty at some point. And when people are dishonest and all that, they usually get separated from you. So that's what I'm picking up. And when someone's dishonest like that, you really don't want to be bothering with him too much. So I find them dangerous people. I don't like dishonest people because you just never know what you're getting. All right, now Theodora, you want to know how is Nico's feeling for me? All right. We'll see how Nico's is feeling for you. I do have to work on Christmas. I'm hoping it's only an 8-hour shift. I'm really not trying to work a 12-hour shift on Christmas. I am going to try to come in here around Christmas. Yesterday I was just so tired. But I am going to try. Because I feel that everybody's might have issues on Christmas since it's High Suicide Day. Alright. This whole situation with Nikos, is in a full moon of Cancer. And this card will talks about personal issues and resolutions. So there is some kind of personal issue. That is true. I'm picking it up, and there's a lot of misunderstandings. And you've got a gibbous moon surrounding that situation and a void of horse moon. And this just means you're close to closing up the cycle one way or another. And the void of course moon just I think he's gonna forgive you, but he may just want to move on. There's gonna be a choice. So I couldn't tell you. I mean, he has the choice of the past or the future. I guess it depends on what kind of person he is. I'm always a fan of the future and not the past, personally, but depending on what he decides to do. Because I feel that you're his past and there's going to be someone that comes that's his future. That's what I'm picking up. So, alright, what's this here? William? Is his name William? I don't know. I was just going on. I just was picking up the energy. I can't pronounce half of anybody's names. Because I'm looking at the little tiny things, cussing out my son, wanting to know where my damn computer's at, where things were much bigger. Alright. Some of these angel sketches I don't like over here. I figure I might as well do one more of these. I got an angel that is literally tied up to chains. No, thank you. This is not a happy angel drawing. Not at all. No, no. Christmas was. Ooh! Thank God. A simple angel with a heart. Okay, good. That's what we need. Alright, I'm going to sketch this girl out and I'm going to put a Merry Christmas. And then I got 2 Christmas paintings done. And I'm doing good for my day. Because my friends are going to be thirsty for this stuff tomorrow. So, I just like to take sometimes my other little pastel things that I already kind of used up because this chalk you can use forever. I love this better than all these expensive little markers I got. I use it for anime though, like for pieces that are real small. I use it for that. I like that. And this is just not simply dark enough. That's crayon. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess it's purple I'm using it. Alright. Here is. This is. I'm sketching, pre-sketching out for a little growth thing. Alright. Sometimes it's easier to get an idea of your shapes through the little images you can get anywhere. I just go on Google and look for things and just look. And then I just freehand it. Me and my husband were watching this thing and Eminem was over there and they had people that wanted to be rap artists. I forgot the name of it. It kind of reminds me of the America's Got Talent. It's not bad, but it was pretty good. I mean, they really get into the music and they seem to know details about music that they heard that I would have never heard. So that's the hair. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna just start with this. But I'm still doing tarot card readings, guys. I'm just sketching out this angel. Because I got a lot of little. I gotta use up this poster board and get some more. I do like, because I tell everybody I'm not a professional artist, but I'm good enough where I can make decorations. That's about as good as it gets right now. Alright, that goes that way. This comes out like a V, just kind of, sometimes like the basic lines. I had to look at these for a rose for a while. It's all these stupid little lines you think don't matter, and they really do. They matter a lot. But that's okay, because this is how we learn. Alright, now there's a little hand that goes this way, and this is like a really basic angel. I don't think I should be messing around with the angels you gotta actually do a face with. Okay, now I'm gonna draw the little horn here going in. Because this is her robe. Get the face here. And I could do the horn. See, the computer would have all of this. So I don't even know which way you can see it. There you go. This is why I need the computer. And in the book too. That's important to me. Alright, I'm just bringing this up and around. There, and there's her nose. Goes that way. And over. Alright, and she has her hair. And we have 3 lines here. You gotta, and these little lines all matter. And you just do one here. And you just take these little lines and go up. Kind of like Amazon. Just a little up symbol. They had a whole big thing that some Amazon people went on strike today. And then I told my brother, and then of course he tells me, well, I've seen Amazon trucks all day. I was like, I don't know, that's what they're saying. He was like, I don't know, I've been seeing Amazon all day. So I don't know if they really went on strike or they're trying to strike. I guess apparently they said that they're upset about pay and stuff that Amazon's doing or something like that. I'm sure it'll be at a news report over here or somewhere. YouTube seems to be very good at this kind of thing. It's not horrible, Angel. It's not the best, but it's not horrible. I tried to stick to basic ones. I was doing basic roses for the longest. And I'd be doing all kinds of basic things. It's whatever you think you can handle. I mean, sometimes it's kind of intimidating trying to starting out in any new craft, trying to do something that's really complicated when you're just not ready. I would think being a musician, if you did an instrument, it would be kind of really, it would be too much trying to take on a big song. We were just learning, so this isn't that bad. There you go. Got the little harp and all that. And then I could just put Merry Christmas over here. And that'll go to somebody. I mean, there's a lot of angels involved in Christmas. Halloween is witches and angels are Christmas. It's the way of the art world. Alright, I'm gonna put this exactly the kind of way I want this. And paint this out. I do this, and then I'm going to paint this over. People like this, just this contemporary art type thing. So, I'm sure someone will pick up the North Pole Santa workshop. So, I mean, people that just like sketches would like that. Alright. I think I'm going to make the angel. I'm just going to do her in black. And kind of like an emblem type thing. I think that would be nice, and then just leave the green background. I just feel that would be a lot nicer for this kind of piece. Sometimes just basic stuff is better, and sometimes you gotta add more, and then sometimes if you add more, it gets worse. In this case, I think if we keep it simple, it would be better. Sometimes you gotta make these decisions when you're drawing or anything. You want to go basic or not basic. And depending on the piece, sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. I went too much on a piece that looked better basic. But some people, they like simple. So if you're making it for presents like I am, sometimes simple is the way to go. So you're going to get a whole lot of people that like simple and a whole lot of people that don't like simple. So it gives you variety in your art, which apparently I found out from the TV show. There's a whole lot of artwork with just taking pictures, which is a lot of the stuff I do on social media is all this taking pictures business. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to pursue it for a career like some of these guys. I do like doing things like that, but I don't know if I could just do it for like a whole business. I think I would be better taking care of dogs. Just keep my whole dog theme and keep the dog village dream going. Because I do have a dream that some of these dogs can be saved and maybe we could come together as people. And don't forget about the dogs. I mean, they're so damn cute. I mean, I don't know how anybody could be mean. I shared some stuff on Facebook when I was over there because I'm over there a lot. And anyways, about this store, the store owner, and stray dogs come to his place, come to his store, and he feeds them all. I mean, us border countries do a lot, and they're nicer to animals than sometimes we are in the United States. And I get that people do bad things every day, but I feel there needs to be a line that's not crossed because I feel sometimes animals and they get the short end of the stick. You know, people doing all this horrible stuff. They don't take care of their dogs. Their dogs are sometimes used for nasty things like sexual things, which really a dog could have to be put down for all that. And then they put them in these fighting rings. And I don't understand why the world just can't be the way the universe would like it to be. We were not meant to do all these bad things. That's why negative energy constantly is recycling. Because people are just constantly doing bad things that really weren't meant to be done in that order. And I don't think people get that when you're born to do something. You're not born just, okay, I'm here. I got a body. I don't give a damn. I'm just gonna go around and be nasty to people. And when I get 100 years old or whenever you get close to dying, all of a sudden you find Jesus. And I'm sure you guys know these people. If you didn't know Jesus before you died, you're a Catholic, they believe that, you could, no matter what you did, it could be taken away. I don't. I believe there's a whole process and you got to learn from it. And if you've done a horrible thing, you got to be there, and that energy is going to recycle. And that pretty much is the end consequence. Just because you're sorry doesn't mean sometimes things go away. And at the Catholic religion I'm in, been raised in, this is what they do. And I really don't understand it. Not at all. But this is what they say and they do, but I don't believe a bit of it. I believe if you do bad things literally are going to come to you. It's not gonna, whatever you put out there is going to come back. They don't believe this in the Catholic sector. My grandmother used to go into church and she would literally come out cussing. And I'd be like, Grandma, why are you cussing? I already been to effing church. And I'd be like, okay, shouldn't you be nicer? And she just like, oh, shut up. And then they all left. I don't know the point of going to church if everybody was going to come out cussing sometimes. And I made a mistake to ask a priest this information. As I say, I made a mistake to asking a priest. Because he told me that I should not be questioning my mother and all this dramatic stuff. And then told me that your sins are forgiven. No matter what you did, you will not have to suffer or answer to anything. And then I guess I got problems with that. I think at some point in your existence, you got to answer to your wrongdoings. I mean, I did shitty things when I was younger. I want to say more. It wasn't malicious, but it wasn't. I could have been a little nicer. I was a little spoiled brat. But I learned my lesson. When all the negative things came and I had to admit the truth to everybody, even though it was nothing crazy, I was embarrassed. Therefore, I did not ever lie again after that. Sometimes I think, that's how it ends up. Caramel, get out. But I do think that's how sometimes life works. And I've been around life long enough to know this. Because life does work this way. And I have learned my lesson in life, but I learned it early. Thank God. I'm just getting all this nice and defined because it's going to look so nice on somebody's door now. And it's a nice basic angel for a beginner like myself. Because I like to try to get my things down basic. And it gives you practice. And it gives a purpose to what you're doing. It really does. You want to practice with purpose. So you're not wasting money. Who wants to waste money? Who wants to waste your materials? Don't waste it. It's this time of year. I figured I could be as good as the dollar store. So I said, what the hell? And you find this stuff at the dollar store. A lot of people are too lazy and they'd rather pay $1 for it. But I need to practice. So it gives me an opportunity where I can save money because that's presents already bought. And I made them so it's cheap. It is not bad. I'm going to try to just curve some fingers here. There. I think came better with this way. I mean, maybe this is how professional artists do it. I don't know. I didn't do that much research into it. I didn't. I just do what I do. But I got this so far. I feel the black paint really helps. Especially if you want that. And I kept the eyes with the chalk. Like, if you have inner details like that, it's not a big deal. And I'm sure this will be a nice present for somebody. I told my friends, don't worry about it. I'll be making Christmas decorations for a while. We're not even fully in December, and I got a bunch of them. But these are the people that buy me lunch and all this different stuff. And I've been already had jaw surgery on my 3 teeth. Almost died because it was causing me heart problems and everything. And then once I got the jaw done, I was able to drop 3 doctors. So now everybody in my work goes, I'm going to go see my dentist, see if, I don't got to go to all these different doctors. And I honestly think that when you're sick, they're making money. And that is the one thing you could do to check. And honestly, even if you have shitty insurance, I paid ahead on some of my deep cleanings, and I was on top of it with this until I had to have emergency surgery done. But this is the kind of stuff to keep on top of because you really don't want a heart doctor because coming out of heart surgery, that really could be you might not be coming back from that. But to avoid a whole lot of problems in your life, it's easier just to go see the dentist. I will say that. For me, it just so happens that I avoided a heart doctor and everything else. That's why things like this matter to me more because I was sitting there while I was sick as hell with all the infection going through me, and then just sitting there thinking, man, I might have not been able to ever paint again. It is a reality check. Or just my little Christmas tradition I started because I've been working there 10 years. So I just give people Christmas decorations now, hand painted over here. Alright. I do have really good penmanship. I worked on my penmanship when I was a kid. I mean, I'm a Nazi when it comes to penmanship. That's how I could do that and just paint this exactly kind of how I want it out too. Okay, I think this is really good. It does look like a little nice logo. I put a lot of my paints in there. But yeah, it's all done. And I did this by literally looking at a Google thing. So it's not bad. But like I said, is I'm gonna probably I gotta charge my phone. It's probably about ready to die. You can leave in the comments section and any of the videos about if you want a reading done. And anyways, yeah, I got everybody's stuff, but yeah, if you, I'll leave it in the comments and I will text you a reading. I have no problem with that. And you guys have a great day. And I'm going to take a picture of these two that I did in this stream. These two decorations. And thank you, Lady J. You make me feel important. And I'll probably try to jump on here tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't get out till later, but I'll try to jump on.